Frontline is one of America's most respected and enduring investigative documentary series. Produced by PBS, since its debut in 1983, it has become the gold standard for long-form journalism, examining politics, national security, social justice, global conflicts, economic crises, and human rights issues with a depth few programs can match. What makes Frontline unique is its commitment to evidence-based and nonpartisan storytelling, its willingness to tackle sensitive topics, and its ability to reveal how hidden systems shape the lives of everyday people. At the heart of Frontline is its investigative mission. Each episode begins with a single driving question about a crisis, a scandal, a war, a political decision, or a social transformation. From there, a team of journalists, researchers, producers, and field correspondents spend months, sometimes years, interviewing witnesses, analyzing documents, gathering testimonies, and gaining access to places closed to the public. Their approach is methodical. Every claim must be backed by verifiable evidence, on-camera interviews, or corroborated documents. Because of this, Frontline has earned a reputation for accuracy and fairness, and its reports have been used in congressional hearings, court cases, and academic studies. A typical Frontline episode follows a documentary-style structure. It opens with a dramatic narrative who-con event, a question, or a conflict that immediately signals to the viewer that something important is at stake. This is followed by historical context that explains how the problem developed, political decisions that shaped it, institutions that supported it, or social forces that allowed it to grow. Then the program examines the human dimension, featuring the stories of people directly affected. This combination of investigative depth and emotional storytelling makes Frontline both intellectually powerful and deeply moving. One of the areas where Frontline excels is political investigation. Over the decades, it has produced landmark documentaries on U.S. presidential administrations, government surveillance programs, campaign finance scandals, foreign policy failures, and the rise of political extremism. Instead of focusing on day-to-day political drama, Frontline digs into long-term patterns, how power works, how decisions are made, and how those decisions affect citizens. For example, episodes on the Iraq War, the War on Terror, or U.S.-Russia relations explore not only the events themselves but also the internal debates inside the White House, Pentagon, and intelligence agencies. Through interviews with insiders, former officials, military leaders, CIA and FBI analysts, diplomats, and journalists, Frontline reveals the hidden struggles that shape national policy. Another major area of focus is national security and global conflict. Frontline has reported from Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, Libya, Ukraine, and many other conflict zones. In these episodes, the program highlights both the geopolitical stakes and the human costs of war. It shows how ordinary families suffer, how soldiers face moral dilemmas, and how governments make difficult decisions in the face of violence and uncertainty. What sets Frontline apart is its refusal to oversimplify. It does not portray conflicts as battles between good and evil. Instead, it examines the complex mix of political, economic, and social forces that cause wars to erupt and continue. Social justice issues form another essential pillar of Frontline's storytelling. The program has investigated racial inequality, police misconduct, immigration policies, the criminal justice system, and abuses within the foster care system. These episodes often follow individuals whose lives represent larger systemic problems. For instance, stories about incarcerated teenagers, undocumented immigrants, or communities facing police brutality expose failures in American institutions, while giving voice to people who are rarely heard in mainstream media. Frontline does not just show what is wrong. It asks how systems were built, who benefits from them, and why reform is so difficult. The program is also widely known for its coverage of corporate misconduct and economic corruption. Episodes have examined the 2008 financial crisis, pharmaceutical industry scandals, the rise of big tech, and the influence of powerful corporations on government regulation. Through interviews with economists, whistleblowers, corporate insiders, and financial analysts, Frontline reveals how economic systems can be manipulated, how regulations fail, and how ordinary consumers bear the consequences. Many of these investigations have exposed wrongdoing and triggered government responses or policy debates. One of Frontline's most valuable contributions is its transparency. Unlike many television productions that rely on quick editing and sensational presentation, Frontline emphasizes clarity and honesty. Narration is calm and factual. Interviews are presented without distortion. Scenes of conflict or suffering are shown with sensitivity, not sensationalism. The goal is not entertainment, but understanding. Because of this, viewers trust the program's reporting and return to it as a source of reliable information on the world's most important issues. In addition to traditional broadcast documentaries, Frontline has embraced digital journalism. The program produces short videos, interactive timelines, archival footage collections, podcasts, and online investigative projects. These allow audiences to explore stories in greater depth and give journalists the flexibility to report on emerging issues quickly. This digital expansion has helped Frontline reach younger viewers and build a global audience.